No, this will be an election about Daniel Andrews' policies, though, and the way he has conducted his state and the decisions he's made over the last 18 months.
Correct.
Are people sufficiently angry at the lockdowns, at the curfew, for him to be ousted?
I think they are, and what's happening is that there is a severe change in the mood here. Whereas people were for months and months and months, Laura, more worried about getting the virus than anything else, now they're less worried about that because as vaccination rates increase, people are saying, I want my freedoms back. I want my shop to open. If people are double vaccinated, they can come into my shop or my restaurant or my nightclub. People want their businesses reopened again. If they've been vaccinated and so have their customers, why aren't they open? Why, if there's no medical evidence, we've still got a curfew down here in Victoria from 9 to 5. Barillar is right. There's no evidence that these curfews work. And I suppose the most galling thing that we've seen, Laura, are all of these compassionate leave exemptions which have been refused by these state governments in the last 18 months. There are no grounds really to stop, children visiting their dying parents or children being reunited with their parents or hospital visits being paid by people to their loved ones, proper PPE, etc. But the incidence of the callous brutality of some of these state governments in relation to how they've dealt with compassionate applications is something that's going to come back to haunt them all. Pregnant women being arrested in Victoria. I mean, the extremes that these governments have gone to in the light of day, as people look back, no one will defend the Andrews government or the Palaszczuk government for that matter, on the basis of some of these extreme things they've done at the time. They find the fellow from Lamaro's restaurant and the Society restaurant, the owners, who happen to be two high-profile opponents of Andrews, for very minor alleged breaches of COVID rules. I mean, finding small business people at this time as if they've got the money. I mean, the Victorian economy is being destroyed. So the answer is yes, people are very angry down here with Andrews. They think he's been far too hardline. They don't have a lot of confidence in the Chief Health Officer. And it needs someone like Guy to come back with a policy to restructure and reform Victoria, because we're an economic basket case here, Laura.
Yep, the finding of small business when they can least afford it, breastfeeding mothers told to move on, elderly citizens told that they can't sit on a park bench. And we're about to show you another example of an 8-year-old boy that can't get home to see his mum on the Gold Coast from New South Wales, and it's been 10 weeks.
This is scandalous.
Yep,
this is scandalous.
And still the encouraging fellow citizens to dob each other in. I mean, the list goes on, Michael. Look, 14 months...
Like the Stasi.
And 14 months between now and the next election, we'll have plenty of time to talk. We'll speak soon.
Cheers. Thanks very much.